What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new trading video. Today I'm going to be talking about team of the group stage investing, but before we head into it, thank you guys for 71,600 and about 30 subscribers right now. You guys are awesome, every single one of you, on the road to 100,000 subs. Also, let's shoot for 862 likes. 862 likes on this video. Absolutely amazing. And let's go ahead and hop into the team of the group stage. It's a very, very nice team of the group stage, and I've had videos on how this really, really nice team of the group stage has affected the market, and it's caused it to drop. Hopefully, you guys watched my, I believe it went up on Tuesday, and I recorded it on Monday. I told you guys to sell pretty much everything on that day because I saw this coming. I didn't think it would be as significant as it is, but I knew prices were about to drop. I got out of there, and I liquidated every single card. I had 3 mil of players. Liquidated everything except for my Salas. I had my Salas. I said I'll keep him because he might still hold his price because of player of the month. That wasn't the case. I definitely screwed up on holding the Salas, but I'm pretty happy overall that I sold everything but Salah. But we've got a nice team of the group stage, which means that there's so many cards people are asking about what to do with my 87 Casemiro. When should I sell my Roberto Firmino? And should I invest in Ben Yedder? And we're going to go ahead and get into that. Firstly, if you already have one of the team of the group stage cards, I'd say your best bet is probably sell couple days right after the team of the group stage is out of packs or into the next weekend league. So this video will go up on Sunday. It's getting to the end of this weekend league, sell into the hype of next week's weekend league, and you probably are going to sell it for a little bit more. But I'm going to pull up a FUTBIN graph right here, and before I tell you guys what it is, what this is a graph from, you can basically follow this graph more so as what's going to happen to these team of the group stage cards throughout the course of the year. And this is for an average Casemiro team of the group stage card, okay? This isn't for one of the cards that go for minimum. This isn't for a Llorente or a Canales. It's not for a Freuler card. It's not for those guys. I'm talking about like the Casemiros here. This is what the trend is going to follow, especially for cards like Ronaldo. Well, here, this is a graph from last year in FIFA 17 of team of the group stage, Undawan. Pretty normal card. It's pretty good. Wasn't like ridiculous, but a good card that would definitely be used in Weekend League, and we did see it used in Weekend League last year. You guys saw that it was Thursday, December 15th, before the cards really started dropping in price. Now, why did those cards drop in price? First reason was the FUTMAS promotion started happening. People focused less on the team of the group stage cards, yet there was still so much supply hitting the market, and the demand wasn't as high. Second thing, the team of the year market pre-crash hype obviously was pushing his card down, but I don't think that happened as much until that second dip. You guys can see that maybe on December 25th is when that second dip happened. But you guys can follow this graph pretty normally for some of these cards, which basically means that if you have these cards, don't hold them too long because they don't have much of a reason to stay up in price so much. Firstly, the Striker Ronaldo card is very, very, very good. Don't get me wrong, and it is the best card in the game right now, most likely. I mean, there are some really good icons that can compete with it, but ultimately, this card is one of the best cards in the game. But Ronaldo's also going to get a 99 rated team of the year, and that card's going to be maybe 5 million coins, and then that's going to cause this Striker Ronaldo to drop in price a ton. And that's kind of how it's going to be for Neymar as well, especially because Neymar is already at left wing, and I think people already recognize that, and that's why his card is a little bit lower than maybe what it would be if he wasn't going to get a Team of the Year card. But that card is going to be less than 1 million coins come the Team of the Year hype, simply because he's going to get like a 97 rated Team of the Year card, and that's going to cause his 93 to be a little bit less relevant, on top of the fact it'll be a little bit less cheap, or a little cheaper, a little bit less expensive, I guess you could say. So for pretty much any cards that hold a value, that's kind of how it's going to be, especially those big cards, all the way down to maybe Dani Alves type cards. But then you got to talk about a little bit of these discard cards. What is going to happen to Llorente and Canales and Freuler and Coquelin and Tosun, these guys that nobody really cares about right now, but ultimately they could be very, very helpful come the FUTMAS promotion, when we should see a lot of SBC player SBCs. A lot of untradeable cards, but you still need some big cards to submit into the SBC as requirements. Last year, we saw Team of the Group Stage needed in some of those. We also saw Scream cards. We didn't see Movember needed, I don't believe. Maybe one, if I remember correctly, but I don't think that were big in terms. And you also needed a ton of informs because we saw 3 SBCs every day. Now, the question is, will they even do that this year? Most likely due to the success that they had last year, they're going to do something similar. They'll probably just change up the players. That's what I suggest they do. That's also what I think they'll do. Obviously, it's EA. You can't really predict too much with that company. But let's go ahead and look at some of these guys. Canales was one of the players that I was talking about. And unfortunately, guys, similar to what we saw with the Path to Glory cards, these are not cards that pop up as special cards. So if you want to get these cards, you can get them for pretty cheap here. Almost minimum for Canales here. All you have to do is put it on gold and just search in that price range of about 10,000 to 11 or 10,500, I guess, and see if we can get a decent deal on the Canales. So right now there are 3 cards up for him at about 10,000. So I'll go ahead and pick up one of them. There's not really much risk. So I'm going to show you guys what they quick sell for right here. They go for 10,004 coins. That means I'm risking 496 coins, obviously, but I know I'll be able to sell that on for profit, whether that's into the hype of FUTMAS SBCs, whether that's into the requirements of FUT SBCs, or just given the fact that this Canales card isn't going to stay minimum, even if he's not used in any SBCs, just simply due to the fact that he is Spanish, he is from La Liga, and he is 82 rated. He's not a great card, don't get me wrong. I'm not expecting to make bank off it if it's not a requirement. But I know that it'll go up to at least 12 or 13,000 coins. That's inevitable. That's how cards react to being out of packs for a while. So Canales was one of them. I forget the name of the other guy, but I know Lorente was also one of the cards that got into the list of Team of the Group Stage. What was his name? Was that Diego Lorente? It might have been. Yes, it was. So we've got a Diego Lorente. I'll go ahead and add him to my list as well. Maybe I'll go ahead and bid on him because I don't want to spend too much above discard price. Right now, 10,750. And again, same concept applies to this card as it did for the Canales. Even if they are to not be required in any of the FUTMAS requirements, and FUTMAS is a complete bust on Team of the Group Stage cards. The worst thing, and the worst possible thing that happens, is you lose 496 coins. But ultimately, the realistic worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to sell for like 2,000 coin profit over the next 2 weeks. That's realistically what's the worst thing that can happen. So when it comes down to it, I'd pick up, even if you guys' transfer list is completely full like mine, because I have invested my heart out for FUTMAS. I've got these Aspas cards, Netos. I still have those Salas from, Player of the Month investing, as I said. And ton of Pastores. Ton of these guys, and if you want to understand why I invested in these certain cards, you can just check out my previous videos. I explain it in depth. We're not going to go into it here. I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit of update on in terms of how much I've actually invested in. So I got a full transfer list. Every single one of those cards is duplicates of something already in my club as well. But now that we've got ourselves a Canales, we're going to go ahead and start piling on basically one of every single discard card. That's what I was getting to. So every single discard of the Team of the Group Stage, you're not running a risk. You might as well pick it up as we get closer to FUTMAS. They're going to rise into the hype. And then you can sell for a guaranteed profit of a couple K, but ultimately you could also hold. I think that there'll be a requirement. That's just my guess. I'm not sure if I'm going to hold them yet, but Freuler, you'll definitely be able to get on bid for very cheap. Let's go ahead and bid 10,500 on that card. What's another one of the discard cards? Rigoni might be close to discard. He's a little bit higher, I'd imagine, just because this card is not bad. He's actually got very nice stats. 89 pace, 85 dribble, 79 shot, 82 passing, 5-star weak foot, and 4-star skills. Not a bad card at all. Obviously, a lot of people have his Path to Glory card, which could hinder the fact that he could rise afterwards, but definitely with a card like that, he's going to go up a little bit. And then you've got Freuler, you've got Silva, who's also not a terrible card. This guy has only 3-star, 3-star average stats, but he does play at AC Milan. I'd pick one of him up. Then you've got Cochran. Again, pretty decent stats. You can get him for about 11K, it looks like, on bid. Ultimately, 3-star, 3-star, and in the Russian league is not going to be that great. And then Tosun should be pretty easy to get on bid for minimum as well. Not great stats. Also, the fact that he also doesn't have 4-star skills either. So those are kind of the cards you could look for on discard. I do believe that John Stones might rise a little bit into the hype of the player of the month, but then he'll drop again on Friday if he's not required. And just an update, we're not 100% sure on when player of the month is going to drop this month. It's kind of shaky because we saw the votes. They dropped on, I believe it was Wednesday, which was very, very weird. The voting dropped on Wednesday. So what maybe we could see is they'll still drop the actual player month on Friday. I'd keep my eyes out, see if they actually drop it on Wednesday. It'd be weird. It wouldn't be logical, but it could happen just because they drop the nominees on Wednesday. And normally they drop it on the Friday right beforehand. So just keep your eyes peeled. I don't think it'll actually happen, but just in case, maybe log in on Wednesday morning, check, see if the player of the month dropped. And same thing for Daily Blind. He might actually be cheaper than John Stones as well. John Stones is going to be 25K maybe. Daily Blind, probably around 15,000, even less. He's one of the discard cards, actually. So yeah, definitely pick up a couple Blind as well. I didn't expect him to be one of the discard, but he actually is. So in terms of team of the group stage investing, that's my take on it. I'd say if you have one of the bigger cards, I'd sell that sooner rather than later. If you do have some of the discard cards, hold that until the FUTMAS hype, sell for a guaranteed profit into FUTMAS hype, or you can just wait and see if there's a requirement, take that risk, because you're not really risking much more than about 400 coins. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. If this video helped you out, as always, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.